second and look around the room you're in right now. I don't mean just furniture, I mean the energy. Does it feel light or does it feel like you're walking through waist deep water just to get through your day? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Sal, and today we're going deep on a topic that most people avoid because it's uncomfortable. It's messy, it's the act of subtraction. We live in a world that tells us more is always better. More friends, more side hustles, more responsibilities. But today I want to argue for the opposite. I want to talk about the control burn in an ecologically a control burn is a fire set intentionally to clear out the underbrush. If you don't burn away the dead wood and an invasive weeds, the sunlight cannot hit the floor's floor. The big healthy trees start to starve. Your life is the same way. If you don't clear out the bad, the toxic friendships, the soul sucking job, the outdated version of yourself, you are literally choking out your own potential. Let's talk about how we start the fire. There's this myth of loyalty with friends. Let's start with the one thing that hurts the most, which is friendship. We're taught from young age that loyalty is unlimited virtue, ride or die, friends forever. But we often confuse loyalty with complexity. We stay friends with people who gossip because who belittles our wins and who only call us when they need a favor simply because we've known them for 10 years. I call this the sunk cost of socializing. You feel like because you invested a decade, you have to keep investing. But imagine if you bought a stock 10 years ago and it's been losing money every single day. Would you keep putting your life savings into it just because you like the name of the company that you started 10 years ago? No. You would cut the losses. As you meet this person today for the first time, would you actually want to be their friend? And if the answer is no, then you aren't being loyal. You're being a hostage to your own history. It's okay to outgrow people. It doesn't make them evil. It doesn't make you cold. It just means your season has changed. You know, and as people, we reflect on our jobs as well. The paycheck versus the person, the 9 to 5 or the 8 to 8. We spend roughly 90,000 hours of our own lives at work. That is a staggering amount of time. If you're spending those hours in an environment that requires you to leave your integrity or your mental health at the door, you are paying a price that no salary can cover. And I hear it all the time. But the benefits are good and I'm used to it. Listen, you can be used to a dull ache in your tooth, but that doesn't mean the root isn't rotting. A bad job acts like a slow aching poison or slow acting poison. It doesn't just stay at the desk. You bring it home. You're too tired to play with your kids. You're too irritable to talk to your partner. You're too drained to work on your passions. You aren't just losing 40 hours a week. You're losing your personality. And there is a strategy, and I'm not telling you to walk out and quit with zero plans because that's chaos. I'm telling you to stop accepting it as your permanent reality. Start to burn by updating the resume. Start to burn by setting boundaries. The moment you decide you deserve better, the power dynamic shifts. And we all fear the same thing, which is the fear of the void. Why this is so hard. Why do we stay in the bad for so long? It's the fear of the empty space. Human beings are wired to perform a known hell over the unknown heaven. We would rather stay in a miserable relationship or a dead end job just because at least we know the rules of that misery. The unknown feels like a void. But here's the secret of the universe: nature hates a vacuum. When you finally have the courage to walk away from that toxic group or hand in that resignation or stop responding to that draining relative a space opens up. Yes, it feels quiet. It might even feel lonely for a month or two. But that quiet is actually room. It's a room for new mentors to walk in. It's a room for a new hobby to actually make you feel alive. It's a room for a peace of mind. You cannot hold someone's hand if your fists are clenched tight around the trash of your past. You have to let go and grab the next thing. You can't keep holding on to your past because if you stay stuck in your past, you'll never have room to grow. Just let it go. Let it go and move forward. Because I know you can do it. I've been in situations before where I was scared to let go because I'm scared of change. But this is so familiar for me that I want to keep doing this. I want to see, you know, I don't want to see a change because I'm too scared of it. But at the same time, you have to let go in order to grow. I don't want to be miserable forever. I don't want to live in this hell. I want to be me. So just let go. Now, as we wrap up today, I want to give you a challenge. I want to audit your life. Take a piece of paper, make two columns. One on the left, write down the things, people, habits, jobs that give you energy. And on the right, write down things that drain it. Look at the right column. That's your underbrush. That's what's blocking your sunlight. You don't have to burn the whole forest down today. Just pick one thing, one conversation you need to have, one no you need to say, one boundary you need to draw. The fire might be scary, but the growth that comes after is beautiful. And it's a beautiful thing just to see that growth. So please, whatever you guys are doing, if you feel miserable in your life and you feel like you need to let go of what's been holding you back, then let it go and move on. I want to thank y'all guys for listening. If this episode hit home for you, send it to that one person you know is struggling to let go of something that isn't serving them. Let's grow together. Once again, thank y'all guys for listening. I'm Sal, and this has been The Open Door. Remember, it's okay to let go, and I'll talk to you on the next one.